So the walk starts in actually the coolest part in terms of temperature. This is Los Trancos Creek, way down here under this little bridge. And we're in the shade of some absolutely epic eucalyptus trees. And this is one of the best smelling places in the world, I think. It is almost always sort of warm and fresh smelling. The ground is covered with these dry eucalyptus leaves, which, oh yeah, what a smell. You know, they end up just like that. But the oils are just incredible. So the trail continues up that way. We're on the Stanford University Open Space Preserve, commonly called the Dish, after the large satellite dish that is in the middle of the otherwise open foothills here in Northern California. The green space that we're looking at is Los Trancos Creek and San Francisquito Creek coming together, kind of down off that way. And these hills that we're looking at ahead now, there's this large eucalyptus stand down here at the bottom, and then as we take this trail uphill, it opens up into kind of rolling grasslands. But I wanted to start down here with these eucalyptus because they're pretty impressive. I've been coming here since I was a kid, so like almost 30 years, and these big eucalyptus have been this big since that whole time. Eucalyptus is noted as being a dirty tree in that it really leaves all kinds of bark and leaves and stuff all around its base. As a anti-competitive measure, self-compost, I guess. Also, as a sort of non-native species here, they're an incredible fire hazard. They are absolutely full of eucalyptus oil. They smell delicious, always, but flammable and delicious. This is a wonderful habitat for ground squirrels. I think it's been about 2 years since I've been right to this particular tree, but I remember it really well because I saw vultures on this branch here. It's 15-20 feet above my head, because right in the duff here, where all this eucalyptus bark is and eucalyptus leaves, there was a coyote skeleton from a coyote that got eaten by a mountain lion. Right, because there's mountain lions native to this whole grassy area. You can imagine them blending super well against this rather yellow and brown landscape. I have pretty fond memories of playing up here when I was 10 or 11. These were some sort of temporary buildings that were up on this land. This is some kind of vinyl floor tiling, which has just been exposed to the weather for 30 years at least, and is all flaking apart. But it was glued right to the foundation of these former buildings. So this site's been used for biological research, academic research, and also, as you can see there, there's like this big satellite dish, which in the 60s and 70s and 80s was presumably being used for secret government stuff, but also research projects and telemetry. So this is what most of the preserve looks like. Rolling grassy hills. These aren't native grasses. These were all brought here for fodder for cows to eat. They grazed out here. And I think there's actually kind of a research herd that wanders about. I don't know that it's in this quarter right now, but there is some kind of bird, two birds, back by those trees, hovering. Probably some kind of vultures. There's no cows here just now, but this is one of their usual haunts. And this is a great piece of the trail for city folk. It is, of course, a cow crossing. These aren't fun on a bicycle. Worse if you've got hooves, of course. And you can actually see where these cows like to hang out, because they've just totally chewed and chomped and tromped all over. The day is exceptionally clear, and we're looking 30 or 40 miles up the peninsula at downtown San Francisco. Off in the distance there, the really big tower is the Salesforce Tower, of course, and it's about 8 blocks closer to us than the rest of downtown. And then all the rest of those skyscrapers, for the most part, are lined up along Market Street, which is at kind of a diagonal to us. So the parts of downtown that are further south are actually closer to us than the parts of downtown up by the Embarcadero. The bay is off to the right here, and it comes down between us and those mountains, basically all the way behind this big hill here. Just zoom all the way out. Downtown San Francisco again was right here. And in the distance there we can see Moffett Field with some of the old hangars still up. Creek comes off of the mountain slopes up over there. This is the foothills of the coastal range, and then the coastal range, basically the last set of mountains before the ocean. Typically there's a lot of fog that comes in the afternoons, but this is a clear day today. Alright, we made it up to the summit. It's not too much of a walk, it's like 300 feet up. Now we can see a lot of live oaks. The Stanford campus and the Stanford hospital system is all down there. That's the bottom of the bay. Moffett Field. Downtown San Jose would be just beyond there. And of course, the dish. With data relays going down to this maintenance hut. That loud noise is the sound of the gate, which I'm kind of leaning this camera through to get a good angle here. But you're looking at two different mechanisms of action for rotating and moving the satellite dish here. There is the yaw, which is the big swoop that you can see, which lets the whole thing move with respect to the horizon. Right now it's looking straight up, and then as you move it, it tilts further and further down in the sky towards the horizon. And then in order to rotate it around directionally, those are actually wheels on the bottom there, on a dedicated track, and the whole thing spins in a circle on that track. It has a similar setup on the far side. Do you see him? He's running. He's still right now. He's right there. Western fence lizard. These buddies love living around here. Oh, he might be a little alligator lizard, actually. This is Miocene marine rock. So this is sand and shale, all kind of rocked up together. And they make these little holes in there. They live in there. There's also some kind of weird spiders that make little ground webs all along here too. But our boy's got a little house up there. Probably some more of his friends are around here too. Nice seeing you, buddy. Whoa. You see that jump? Let's see if I can zoom in on my friend. Oh my gosh. So agile. He's really showing off. Hey, there's a buddy. Couple little lizards. Here you can really see that rock layer. this stuff laid down and just knocked right back up. So this stuff all came down between 30 and 2 million years ago. I love all the little plants growing right out of the rock. And this is that, I don't know, some kind of funnel web. Buddy, you're so beautiful. Thanks for hanging out. Oh my gosh, you're so fast. Bye, buddy. So please do not be bored by images of the barren ground. It's not boring. This is incredibly dry earth. That's a cow patty, believe it or not. Just absolutely dry as dust. It's dry. It's really dry. These hills are usually this kind of golden color, but not with this kind of patchy brown or just total barren salty earth, sand and mudstone. This is a ground squirrel. He lives in a hole right next to that fence there and hides out there during the day. I think he gets eaten by hawks and coyotes and mountain lions, all kinds of stuff. But he's got all sorts of lizards to eat, lots of good grass, lots of trees around. But right now, oh, he made such a noise. He's so upset. Okay, bud, I'm out of here too.